May dagdag na paraan laban sa COVID-19. Together, we can be the Solusyon Plus. Bida Plus sa maayos na daloy ng hangin. Bida Plus sa maikling pisikal na interaksyon. Bida Plus sa pagsuporta sa bakuna. Bida Plus sa mga kwento ng kaligtasan sa Bida Barangay. Sa dagdag na pag-iingat, maraming buhay ang maliligtas. Bida Solusyon Plus laban sa COVID-19.
Good morning and Happy New Year, everyone! And for our first unboxing for this year, I think it's good to open this box from Organique in partnership with DOH for this healthcare package. Yan, para for a healthy 2021. What's this Immunostrong package? Daily Essentials from Organique PH. Thank you very much, Organique Acai. This is their core product, the acai berry, from Brazil and manufactured in the US. Second core product is their capsule, acai berry capsule in capsule form, and their newest products, the acai coffee mix, choco mix, and Mestiza is another brand under the Organic family. And this care package includes
It's the most beautiful time of the year. Lights fill the streets, spreading so much cheer. I should be playing in the winter snow, but I'ma be under the mistletoe.
Thank you, Organic California, for sending this over. So if you want to boost your wellness and immunity, give it a try. Follow them. Thank you.
Organic acai has very high levels of antioxidants and essential nutrients that help keep your immune system strong. Organic acai premium blend and freeze-dried capsules daily to help increase your resistance against harmful viruses. Keep yourself and your family healthy and protected with Organique.
Mahalagang paalala, ang Organic Acai Premium Blended Freeze-Dried Capsule ay hindi gamot at hindi dapat gamitin panggamot sa anumang uri ng sakit.
Previously on Wellness Wednesday.
So kung kulang po yung nagpo-perfuse na blood, kung kulang po yung napapasok, yes, tama, no? Kasi yung 200 over 110 ay medyo hypertensive crisis na po yan. So kapag ka ganyan,
Wellness
Wellness Wednesdays with Organique. We care because you matter.
In support to DOH Vida Solution campaign.
I think I muted my mic there accidentally. But anyways, again, hello, good afternoon. Welcome to Wellness Wednesday. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day, taking care and staying safe as usual. So this week, before we get into it, I just wanted to introduce our Facebook game. So on our Facebook Facebook page, we have this post there. We have this post over here. You can check us out at Organique Inc. here on Facebook. So what we want you to do over here is unjumble the word. So right now it says Admiral Mint Locks, but what does it actually mean? And if you comment the correct answers below, you get a chance to win our new Organique snack line. So in our snack line, we have 2 Vita bars, we have 2 trail mixes and 1 granola. So we'd love for you to be able to give that a chance because healthy snacks should also be part of the new normal. Again, it's all about maintaining your health, your wealth, your wellness, and boosting that immune system. Now, before we dive into today's topic, which is about diabetes, what do we actually know about diabetes? Now, I think most of us might kilala know that has diabetes. So, did you know that half of a billion people in the whole world have diabetes? That's a lot of people. And in fact, according to the World Health Organization, dito sa Pilipinas, 1/16 out of Filipinos are diagnosed with diabetes. And then there is a remaining 2 million people who are still undiagnosed. In fact, the DOH says that that diabetes is one of the leading causes of death for Filipinos. In fact, of the people who have diabetes here in the Philippines, less than 5% are actually born with it. That means that more than 5% of people with diabetes acquired it in their life. Bakit ganon? Because what we're going to be talking about here is that diabetes is really mostly a lifestyle-related disease, along with many of the diseases that that are the leading causes of death in the Philippines. I think, we discussed in the previous weeks that the number 1 cause of death was cardiovascular disease. So what we want to do is see what are the other things that will lead us to that kind of mortality or complications in heart disease. So for diabetes, I think what's also important to highlight here is that even though mataas yung number dito sa Pilipinas of the number of people who have diabetes, we actually don't have that much access to the treatments in public health care. So for example, yung insulin, which I'm sure we will talk about later with Doc, is not really available sa public hospitals. So we have to shell it out of our pockets. And then this is very costly for most of the people living with diabetes. And I'm sure if you have these experiences, please comment them down below. So what we're going to be talking about today with Dr. Dex Macalintal, and I'm sure if you have been watching our previous week's episodes, you're already familiar with Dr. Dex, is how to prevent or how to treat diabetes, especially considering how important it is and crucial it is. Okay, so without further ado, I know I was dragging on about diabetes for a while. Please welcome Doc Dex.
Hi Luisa. Hello,
Hi,
magandang gabi
Doc.
po.
How are
Magandang
you?
hapon po sa atin. Yeah, we're good dito sa Lipa. Actually, medyo nagloloko yung internet. So, we hope that everything will be fine during our show. So, hi, magandang gabi po, magandang hapon po sa lahat ng ating mga tagapanood. I am seeing questions na agad dito, no? So, later on, we're going to tackle all of those. And I am excited for all you guys. So, join our Facebook game and maybe you will win one of these organic snack line. So, ayan, magandang hapon po sa ating lahat.
Yes. Okay, Doc. So, kanina I was saying na less than 5% of people with diabetes are actually born with it. So, Doc, does that mean that there are different types of diabetes?
Yeah, there are a lot of types of diabetes actually, no. Pero usually nag-highlight lamang tayo ng mga dalawa, tatlo ng types of diabetes. So, with these slides, no, yan, ang sasarap, no, sweets, may mga nakikita tayo dyan ng mga candies. So, hindi naman yan lang ang cause ng diabetes, but we are going to tackle all of them right now. So moving forward, we are going to give you 3 types of diabetes right now. So number 1 is what we call as type 1 diabetes. No? Yun pong type 1, yan po yung unang type ng diabetes na meron tayo. Tinatawag din yan na juvenile onset or insulin dependent. Ibig sabihin, kinakailangan ng katawan natin ng insulin para mabuhay. No? Sapagkat hindi nakagagawa yung mismong katawan ng mga taong may type 1 diabetes ng sarili nilang insulin. That's why it is called as insulin dependent. So, depende sila dun sa mga insulin na binibigay natin exogenously or yun sa mga gamot, yung tinuturo. Okay? So, they are very much dependent on that. That's type 1. Usually, ito yung sinasabi nila na hereditary. Okay? Classic example is Gary V. Okay? Classic example si Sir Gary V na may type 1 diabetes. So, sila yung mga kinakailangan parate ng insulin. Okay? So, hindi sila nakagagawa ng sarili nilang insulin sa kanilang mga katawan. Okay. So, moving forward sa type 2 diabetes naman, kasi may type 1, definitely may type 2. Okay? So, yung type 2 diabetes naman, it is not insulin dependent. This one is a chronic condition that affects how our body metabolizes your sugar or your glucose. So, ang nangyayari po kasi dyan, if you've been watching my videos on YouTube, no, meron akong example kung bakit ba nangyayari yan. Usually, ang type 2 diabetes ay nagkakaroon po ng problema sa asukal sapagkat hindi po nakagagawa ng insulin pero hindi tama yung pagkakagawa minsan o di kaya naman ay sira yun pong ating mga receptors ng insulin. So, kumbaga isipin po ninyo as a description, no? So, kukuha ko dito ng papel. Okay. So, if I have a paper here, kung itong papel na to, no? Schedule yan.
Okay.
So, itong papel na to ay kumbaga tinapay, no? Kunyari tinapay ito, tapos kinain natin itong tinapay, magiging maliliit sila na tinapay. So, maliliit sila ang tinapay hanggang sa maging asukal kapag nginuyang-nguyan yan, magiging asukal yan. And then sa tiyan nyo, magiging maliliit sila. So this goes to your bloodstream. This goes to your bloodstream. Lahat ng ito pupunta sa bloodstream nyo. Lahat ng mga maliliit na asukal na yan. Ang nangyayari po dito ay itong mga asukal na ito, kinakailangan makapasok sila sa mga cells. Okay, kailangan makapasok sila sa mga cells. Kumbaga, kunyari itong palad kong ito po yung inyong bloodstream. So maraming asukal, no? Maraming asukal dyan. So nangyayari, kailangan ito makapasok sa inyong bloodstream. However, mula sa bloodstream papunta sa inyong mga cells. Para magawa po yun, kinakailangan pong gumawa yung inyong katawan ng tinatawag nating susi or yung insulin para dun sa cells na to, bubukas yung receptor. Pag bukas ng receptor, makakapasok yung mga sugar, no, yung mga glucose. However, in diabetes, minsan nasisira po yung susian or nasisira yung receptor. So, anong nangyayari? Nananatili dito yung asukal. So, since nananatili dyan yung asukal, so, sasabihin ng katawan mo, uy, kinakailangan kumain ka kasi kulang ka ng energy. So, kakain ka ulit, dadagdag ulit sila ng dadagdag. Pero sira pa rin yung susian. So, hindi makapasok. Naiipon dito, naiipon sa bloodstream. So, tumataas yung level ng sugar. So, that's your sugar. Sa dugo, sa blood. So, mataas, high levels of your sugar in the blood or blood sugar. Kaya siya tinawag na type 2 diabetes.
So, Doc, yung diabetes, the way I'm imagining it right now, based off of your description, parang parang yung bloodstream natin is like a hallway, and then yung cells are like doors, no? And then the sugar is like people waiting to go inside the rooms. Pero if you have type 1 diabetes, walang susi to go inside walang susi to go inside the rooms. Pero if you have type 2, it doesn't work. I'm trying to understand.
You may have the key, but it doesn't work. Kasi maaring sira yung susian. or sira yung pinto.
Okay.
Parang ganon. So, you have the key. Your body makes the key. However, hindi ka makapasok kasi sira yung susian. So, yun ang nangyayari sa type 2 diabetes usually. So, ang tanong ay bakit nga ba nasisira yung susian? So, later on, we're going to talk about it. And then, moving forward naman, makikita natin on the third type is your gestational diabetes. Ito, yung diabetes ng pagbubuntis. Siguro po, meron po sa inyo, no, sa mga tagapanood po natin, na mayroon kayong mga kakilala, kamag-anak, o baka kayo po mismo ay nagkaroon po ng diabetes ng pagbubuntis. Pero kapag nawala yung pagka natapos na yung pagbubuntis ninyo, bumabalik po sa normal yung blood sugar levels nyo. So, yan yung tinatawag natin na gestational diabetes o diabetes ng pagbubuntis. Kapag buntis kayo, tumataas yung levels ng asukal din nyo. So, yun.
Right. And so yung gestational diabetes, Doc, it acts similar to type 2, no?
Yeah, it acts similar to type 2 kasi, kinakailangan mo pa rin ng tamang dieta dyan, tamang medications.
Okay.
Sige. So,
right.
Moving forward, may mga nagtatanong dito, paano po ba natin dinadiagnose yung diabetes? Okay, so maraming ilang bagay, no? Maraming pamamaraan para ma-diagnose ang diabetes. So, kung matatandaan niyo siguro or maaalala ninyo, meron po natin yan. Number 1, no, yung fasting glucose or yung fasting blood sugar na tinatawag. Yan po ay kapag po kayo ay nag-fasting, no, yung sa gabi, hindi po kayo kakain na sa umaga, kukunan kayo ng asukal, no? So we're going to show the slide ng first natin, yung fasting glucose, no? So ayan, kapag kinunan kayo dyan at mataas sa 126 milligrams per deciliter, yan po ay tinatawag natin na diabetes. Okay, tumataas kasi hindi nakokontrol. Ibig sabihin kasi sa nakalipas na gabi o na 8 hanggang 10 oras, dapat naubos na yung asukal sa dugo, no? Pero hindi nangyayari 'yon. So, anong dahilan? Yun ang nangyayari, baka nagkukulang po kayo ng insulin or baka sira yung susian ng insulin, kumbaga para sira yung receptors. Kaya nananatili sa inyong mga dugo yun pong inyong sugars, no? So, kaya tumataas yun. That's fasting plasma glucose. Next up is your OGTT. No? Ito yung ginagawa usually sa mga buntis at saka may mga PCOS, no? So, iniinom yan, pero bago inumin yan, kukunan muna kayo ng fasting. Kukunan kayo ng fasting, tapos iinumin nyo yan, and then kukunan kayo ng after 1 hour, and then after 2 hours. So, kapag mataas yan, potential na may diabetes din po kayo. So usually, bukod dyan, tinitingnan din natin yung mga symptoms ng diabetes na later on, pag-uusapan din po natin. Next, pwede po natin gamitin is yung random. Ito, hindi kayo kumakain or hindi kayo nagpa-fasting. Kumakain kayo and then after 2 hours, titingnan nyo po yung inyong asukal. So this one, minomonitor yan. Kapag mataas sa 200 milligrams per deciliter po ang level ng inyong random plasma glucose test or yung random blood sugar, plus, meron kayong symptoms. Ito yung mga symptoms. Ihi ng ihi. Parating gustong uhaw. Parating uhaw, inom ng inom. And then gustong kumain ng kumain. Plus, yung inyo pong minsan ay nawawalan kayo ng weight. Specifically, na pumapayat kayo dito sa mga bisig ninyo at sa mga paa ninyo, sa mga legs ninyo. Yan po ang mga symptoms ng diabetes. So, usually, kapag may ganun kayo, plus meron po kayong random blood sugar na mataas sa 200, potential na may diabetes po kayo. So go see your doctors po, no?
Oh, okay. So Doc, the test that you showed us, I noticed it says most of them say
punta kayo sa inyong mga doktor, no? So depende kasi kung yung symptoms na yan ay talagang diabetes na ba, no? Bukod po dun sa mga kasi may kinakailangan i-classify natin, ito ba yung symptoms ba niya talaga is diabetic na talaga? Plus the laboratory. Kasi kinakailangan tingnan din natin kung kamusta. Baka naman, nagpa-fasting blood sugar ka nga, pero kulang pala yung fasting mo. Or baka naman madami ka palang kinain the past few weeks, parang ganun. Or kinakailangan kasi i-classify din natin kung paano kinuha yung mga blood tests na to. So, kailan dapat magpa-check up para malaman kung may diabetes? Usually, kapag nagkakaroon po kayo ng sintomas, na yun nga yung ihi ng ihi, parang gusto laging uminom ng tubig, para lagi uhaw, parang parati kayong gustong kumain ng kumain, nag-weight loss kayo pero nananatiling malaki yung tiyan, and then minsan nangangate yung mga palad, and then parang may mga tingling sensations sa mga daliri ninyo, sa mga kamay, sa mga paa ninyo, magpa-check up po kayo. Kasi maaari, potential na may diabetes po kayo. Pero kapag mataas na talaga yan, na mataas na talaga yung fasting plus glucose ninyo, mataas yung OGTT, more likely may diabetes po kayo. So yeah,
Okay.
kasi tinitingnan natin yan for the past day kung ano yung control ninyo. So kinakailangan
Right.
siguro yung control talaga.
Right. Okay. So can we actually pull up the the symptoms and slides? Yeah, signs and symptoms slides so that we can.
Or complications muna. Sige.
No. Let's go back to signs and symptoms.
Okay, sige. Signs and symptoms muna po tayo. Okay, so for our signs and symptoms kasi, no? So ito, no?
There we go.
Ito hyperglycemia or mataas yung asukal ninyo. Sudden blurred vision, cold sweats, body weakness, mental confusion, exaggerated numbness. So itong mga to, these are actually just some of the signs and symptoms of hyperglycemia. Mataas lamang yung asukal ninyo. Pero hindi ibig sabihin ay diabetic kayo. Okay? Kasi ito po mga to, more likely baka nagkakaroon lamang kayo ng adjustment sa inyong asukal. Pero kapag sinabi po natin na diabetic mismo or diabetes, ang kwento po niyan ay simple lamang. So, nakita nyo kanina, madami po yung asukal, kumbaga, no? Maraming asukal sa bloodstream, no? Maraming asukal sa bloodstream. Mm-hmm. So, hindi dapat kasi yung asukal ay pagpasok nyo sa mga cells, magagamit sila bilang enerhiya. So, since hindi sila nagagamit bilang energy, ang nangyayari po, sasabihin ng inyong katawan, huy, walang energy. Kumain ka naman. Diba? Kumain ka naman. Wala tayong energy, kumain ka naman. So, gusto mo kumain ka ulit ng kumain. So, since gusto mo kumain ka ng kumain, kakain ka ulit. So, tataas ulit yung asukal mo kasi kakain ka ulit ng kakain. Diba? So, yan. Yeah. Okay. Since na-flood na to, no, madami na ika ako nakakain, no? Pero wala pa rin akong energy. So, that's number one, kulang ka ng energy. And then, pangalawa, kain ka ng kain. Okay? And then since marami na to, tapos kain ka pa rin ng kain, mapoflood yung katawan mo ng asukal. Mapoflood yung inyong blood vessels yung inyong blood ng asukal. And then what will happen? Gusto ng katawan mo ngayon na lahat ng ito ay i-filter out. So paano siya ma-filter out? Ang inyo pong katawan, ng ating pong mga katawan ay may sarili tayong filter. And that filter is our kidney. Gagawa siya ng ihi. Okay? Gagawa siya ng ihi. At pagka gumawa ng ihi, ang gagawin naman yan ay iihi kayo na iihi, ilalabas niyan. Yeah. At kapag inilabas yun ang inyong mga urine. Okay? So, it's parang nangyayari. Sasabihin ng katawan, oy, nadidehydrate ka na. Inom ka naman ng tubig. No? So, since iinom ka ng tubig, yun. Yung sinasabi natin kanina, kain ng kain, para nanghihina, parang gusto laging umihi na umihi, and then as a compensation, inom naman ng inom, and then isa pa, no? Itong weight loss. Bakit nagkakaroon ng weight loss sa mga tao may diabetes? Since hindi nga po nagagamit bilang enerhiya ng ating katawan, yung mga asukal na sana'y gagamitin bilang enerhiya, ang nangyayari po ay kumukuha siya ng enerhiya sa iba't ibang bahagi ng katawan. Specifically, ang stores po natin sa ating muscles. Usually, dito sa mga bisig yan. Diyan kasi malalaki yung muscle group natin dyan. So, nangyayari dyan ay lumiliit. At nangyayari, kapag lumiit yung ating muscle groups na yan, nagkakaroon tayo ng weight loss. So, yan yun. So, nagkakaroon ng parang gustong kumain ng kumain kasi nga kulang ka ng enerhiya. Ihi ng ihi, inom ng tubig, and then, dahil laging uhaw, and then, laging nagkakaroon ng weight loss. Pero natitira yung sa tiyan. Okay. Diba? So, yan yun. Ganyan yung kwento ng diabetes. Para mas maintindihan natin, mas matandaan.
Doc, I just wanted to ask a question about the yung insulin. So what you were saying, no, is the bloodstream gets overloaded with sugar kasi there's no susi or the susi doesn't work, no? So does that apply for every single cell and receptor? Is it no susi for all the cells or just not enough susi? So some of the cells meron.
Okay, sige. That's very good. That's a very good question, no? Kasi yung insulin, no? So since yung susi hindi talaga nangyayari na hindi talaga gumagana, no? So gagawin ng katawan mo, gagawa siya ng panibagong susi, gagawa siya ng panibagong insulin. That's why tumataas yung insulin levels ng ating katawan para kumbaga ay kahit papaano ay kumbaga compensation niya, para makapag-compensate siya, ay kahit pa paano, baka sakaling makachamba na makabukas ng susi. Parang ganun eh. So, ganun yung nangyayari. So, tumataas masyado yung level ng insulin. That's why, nagkakaroon ng tinatawag na insulin resistance. So, yun yun. Pero hindi lamang hindi sa lahat ng cells ng katawan yan. Meron lamang ilang target cells kasi yung inyong ating mga insulin. So, may mga target cells lang yan. Hindi lahat ng cells ay gumagana yung insulin. Kasi may mga cells tayo sa katawan na hindi naman kinakailangan ng insulin.
Right. Okay. That makes sense, Doc. So, Doc, when I'm listening to you describe, how diabetes work, parang seryoso ka, like super how the condition sounds. But then when I look at the symptoms and the signs, it looks very mild. No, it looks like it looks like anything. Like really, it could be dehydration, it could be tiredness.
Yes.
So, Doc, why is diabetes such a big concern? Are there any like complications that can come out of this?
Okay, yes. There are a lot of complications that can come out of this, no? Kasi kapag po kayo po ay diabetiko, lagi po yung may kakambal na mga sakit. So, katulad dito sa number 1, kakambal na niyan, yun pong cardiovascular disease, yung heart disease kasi, no?
Yes.
Kapag masyado mataas ang inyong asukal, you are at risk of having heart diseases. Plus, bukod po dyan ay nagkakaroon din po ng problema minsan sa kidney. Dahil nga ginagamit yung kidney natin, nasisira din siya minsan. At bukod po dyan, yun pong ating mga ugat kasi, tinatamaan din yan. Nagkakaroon tayo ng tinatawag na inflammation. Okay? Kapag masyadong madami na yung asukal sa ating blood vessels, nangyayari, tinatamaan po yung ating nerves dahil nagkakaroon po tayo ng mga toxins sa ating katawan or tumataas yung inflammation na gawa nitong pong mga matataas na asukal na ito. And then, kaya nagkakaroon ng mga tinatawag na neuropathy, yung pong mga tingling sensations o yun pong mga parang tusok-tusok sa inyong mga kamay. Okay? Saka sa inyong mga paa. Plus, bukod po dyan ay nagkakaroon din tayo ng problema sa ating mata. No, isa po kasing end organ yung ating mata. Anong ibig sabihin ng end organ? Kumbaga yan yung huli na pinupuntahan ng dugo. So, nangyayari, since masyadong mataas yung asukal, pagpunta po niyan sa inyong mga mata, sa likod ng inyong mga mata, sa retina, ang nangyayari po ay nasisira din. So, kaya po nagkakaroon ng diabetic retinopathy. Bukod po dyan, yun pong komplikasyon ng diabetes sa mga buntis. Sapagkat ang nangyayari po ay minsan yung pong bata mismo ay nagkakaroon din po ng pagtaas ng asukal. Bukod po dyan, kapag po tumaas masyado yung asukal ng mga bata, lumalaki sila. And that can lead to cesarean section. Yung po tinatawag ng macrosomic babies or yung mga diabetic babies na tinatawag. And then, oral complications sa inyong mga bibig po, pwede rin po magkaroon ng mga komplikasyon sapagkat nagkakaroon po ng minsan ay mga source sa inyong mga bibig kasi nga masyadong mataas na yung levels ng inyong asukal. So, ayaw natin yan.
Right. Doc, I've heard stories of people who have had diabetes and then they had to have been amputated. So could you explain, Doc, why that happens in extreme cases of diabetes?
Okay, sige. When we look at the complications kasi ulit, when we flash the complications dito, makikita ninyo dito na nakasulat ay nagkakaroon tayo ng problem with the nerves. Okay, dito tayo sa nerve mo na mag-focus, no? Bukod dyan po kasi sa nerves, nagkakaroon dyan minsan ng problema na hindi natin nararamdaman na minsan ay may sugat na pala sa ating mga paa. Okay? Dahil hindi natin nararamdaman minsan na may sugat na pala sa ating mga paa, minsan ay hindi natin napapansin. Bukod po dyan, yun pong ating mga maliliit na ugat na aapektuhan din po. Hindi minsan nagkakaroon ng tamang circulation ng blood sa ating mga ugat. At minsan doon sa paa natin, kinakailangan din kasi talaga yan na mapaperfuse ng dugo. At pagka hindi na perfuse ng dugo yan, nagkakaroon tayo ng problema. Or nagkakaroon tayo ng nagkakaroon ng insufficiency kung tawagin or hindi maayos yung blood flow. That's why hindi rin nagiging maayos o nabubulok din yung pong mga sugat. At kapag nabulok yung mga sugat, minsan pati buong paa kinakailangan tanggalin. So ayaw natin yan. So kinakailangan mag-ingat po tayo.
Yes, exactly. Mga viewers natin, I know that many of you, if you're not diabetic, you know someone who's diabetic themselves. So it's very important to take care. So Doc, speaking of taking care, there's also something I think that's very present, like very relevant nowadays, and that's COVID, no? So a lot of people say that diabetic patients are immunocompromised and are at greater risk when in contact with COVID and with other viruses. So can you explain how this affects the immune system, Doc?
Okay, so yung diabetes po kasi, no, yung sinasabi natin kanina, ang dami, ang taas ng masyadong asukal. Yung po kasing ganyan, kapag ka masyadong mataas yung ating mga asukal, nagre-release tayo ng mga toxins. Diyan po papasok yung mga advanced glycation end products, diyan papasok yung methyl glyoxal. Pero wag na nating puntahan yung mga pangalan ng mga yan. Baka ma-info overload yan. Pero ang kwento po kasi yan ay tumataas yung tinatawag natin na inflammation sa ating katawan. At yung inflammation na yan, namamaga yung buong katawan, namamaga yung mga maliliit na blood vessels natin. At that's why bumabagsak po ang ating immune system. At pag ng immune system, pag tinamaan kayo ng COVID-19, alam naman natin na medyo mataas, no? Mataas ang posibilidad na pumangit ang lagay natin kapag meron po kayong mga comorbidities na tinatawag, katulad po nitong diabetes at mga heart disease, hypertension. Kasi hindi nagiging maayos ang daloy ng ating dugo, hindi nagiging maayos ang daloy ng ating nutrients, at minsan ay nasisira po yung ating immune system. Yung problema po natin sa COVID-19 ay kapag bagsak ang inyong immune system, hindi ma-repel o hindi agad matatackle ng ating katawan, yun pong COVID-19. That's why kapag may ganito kayong diabetes, kinakailangan malakas po ang inyong mga immune system.
Exactly, Doc. I think it's very important that, we stay safe, we take care. And then for those of us with diabetes, we take extra care. So, Doc, if I have diabetes, how do I take care? What is the treatment for that?
Okay. So, the treatment of diabetes depends sa kaso. Okay? So, walang one size fits all. But there are rules, or there are parang ilang mga staples, So, depende. Like for example, if we have type 1 diabetes, moving forward, makikita po natin that number 1 dyan, dahil nga po walang insulin, wala pong insulin, kinakailangan natin magbigay ng insulin. So, kaya nga sila tinawag na insulin-dependent diabetes mellitus. Kasi, kinakailangan nyo ng insulin. So, taking insulin, so nire-recommend ng inyong mga doktor, depende sa levels ng inyong mga asukal. So, depende rin po kasi sa level ng inyong mga asukal kung gaano kadaming units ang ibinibigay sa atin na insulin. Next, carbohydrate, fat, and protein counting. So, tinitingnan natin, dahil nga po yung carbohydrates, ayan po ay pinanggagalingan ng mga asukal. Tinitingnan din natin yan kung gaano kadami ang allowed sa inyo per day. Tinitingnan din natin kung gaano karaming fat, kung gaano karaming protein ang pwede po sa inyo for the day. For the day. So, yan po ay binibilang ng inyong mga dietitians, ng inyong mga endocrinologists, mga diabetologists ninyo. So, at saka kami sa lifestyle medicine, binibilang namin yan kung gaano kadami ang kinakailangan nyo dyan. And then, your dietitians, kami po mga dietitians din, pumupunta po kami to the extent na binibigay namin sa inyo ang samples or tinatranslate namin yan in layman kung gaano ba karaming kanin ang pwede, gaano ba karaming prutas, gulay ang pwede ninyong kainin. So, kino-compute po yan. Sapagkat, bakit kinakailangan ito? Dahil kinakailangan po na tama po ang levels ng inyong mga asukal din. So, para po maging tama ang levels sa inyong mga asukal, dahil tinitingnan din natin, we are monitoring it, kinakailangan din po kumain kayo ng healthy foods. Okay? Kinakailangan kumakain ng healthy foods at iwasan po yung mga processed foods, mga fatty foods natin, wag masyado. And then we have to exercise regularly to maintain a healthy weight. So, yun. That is for type 1.
For Doc, question for type 1. So yung frequent blood sugar monitoring, I remember I had a schoolmate sa high school, may type 1 diabetes siya. And then sometimes she feels really lightheaded that she has to take in sugar. So, can you explain that, Doc? Because I know you were saying also that, even if they do take in sugar, they're not really processing it. So,
okay, sige. Kasi minsan, nagkakaroon naman tayo ng tinatawag na hypoglycemia. Minsan, bagsak na bagsak.
Oh, I see.
Minsan, bagsak na bagsak. Kasi kapag ganon, pagka bagsak na bagsak naman, magiging lightheaded talaga kayo. Minsan, nagkakaroon po kayo ng parang nahihilo-hilo. Tapos parang minsan nagko-cold sweats kayo. Kasi nagko-compensate yung katawan ninyo. Pero pag bagsak kasi niyan, bigyan mo lamang sila ng simple sugars, bumabalik na sila. So, yun ang kinakailangan.
Oh, I see. I see. Okay. So, Doc, we
Yeah.
have a question here from Crizia Roldan Francisco Dago. She said, if ever po, if ever po and maaga pan ang diabetes, may tendency po ba na magka-diabetes ka ulit?
Okay, kung maagapan ng diabetes at maayos naman ang iyong pagkain, no?
Yes.
Maaaring hindi magkaroon ng diabetes, so hindi siya mag-proceed. Pero kung babalik ka sa pangit na lifestyle, kung babalik ka sa pangit na lifestyle, maaaring bumalik ang diabetes. No? Kasi nga isa siyang uri ng sakit na nakukuha sa uri ng pamumuhay. So, ayan, kailangan mag-ingat-ingat po tayo diyan.
Okay, so from Celia, you can take this, Doc.
Yeah, ang mga prutas, Dr. Dex, may asukal din sila. Delikado ba sila sa may mga diabetes? Okay, so yung mga prutas po kasi natin, no, this is a common question kasi. Yung mga prutas po kasi natin, binibilang po yan kung ilan ang po pwede sa inyo. No? Meron po kasi mga prutas na masyadong mataas yung glycemic index. Meron naman mga prutas na mababa yung glycemic index pero okay yung glycemic load. So yan po ay kino-compute ng inyong mga dietitians. Kami po mga dietitians, kino-compute namin yan. So yung mga hindi masyadong matatamis na prutas po, pwede po yan sa inyo. Yung pong mga prutas na matatamis, meron lamang pong limit. Depende po yan per case. Walang one size fits all. So kinakailangan consult pa rin po kayo sa doctors ninyo, consult po kayo sa inyong mga registered nutritionist dietitians.
Okay. And how about for type 2 diabetes, Doc? What's the treatment for that?
For type 2 diabetes, syempre, dyan pa rin tayo papasok sa weight loss. Okay? Weight loss, healthy eating. No? Para kamukha lang na kanina, regular exercise. Kasi you cannot achieve your weight loss without healthy eating and exercise. Both kinakailangan yan. Possibly, kinakailangan ng medications and some insulin therapy din. No? Pero may mga pasyente na nawawala yung mga medications nila kung tama ang kanilang mga lifestyle. No? And then you have to do blood sugar monitoring pa din. Kasi kinakailangan po ninyong malaman kung gaano ang level ng inyong asukal sa inyong mga dugo. Kinakailangan po ninyong malaman yan para depende rin po yan. Pagka minonitor natin, baka sakali na kung kayo naka-meds, baka sakaling ibaba po yan. No? Kasi baka nag-hypoglycemia kayo, baka masobra naman yung binibigay natin ng medication sa inyo. Kaya kinakailangan pa rin po talaga ninyo ang follow-up. Kinakailangan po ninyo ang monitoring, kinakailangan po ninyo ang tamang pagkain. Okay? Mm-hmm. All right. So,
possible.
Yeah.
Sorry, Doc. My question ako.
Okay, go.
Sorry, Doc. So in the question kanina, with Crizia, we saw that maayos naman from diabetes, no? Some people.
Mm-hmm.
I'm assuming that's for type 2 and not for type 1, which is hereditary. So yung type 2, how long does it typically take for you to be able to recover from diabetes? And do you have to use medication for that, or can you recover completely naturally from diabetes?
Okay, so yung diabetes po kasi, no, sa ngayon, hindi pa accepted na mayroon talaga siyang treatment. Okay, so ang ibig sabihin, hindi siya accepted na may mga tao na kayang ma-reverse ang diabetes. Okay, so meron po kasing move ngayon na pwede talagang ma-reverse ang diabetes. Okay, there are evidence in lifestyle medicine, there are evidence na pwedeng ma-reverse ang diabetes, or we can put diabetes into remission. Okay, anong ibig sabihin nun? May mga pasyente po kami na natatanggal yung mga gamot nila. Okay? Kung ayos ang uri ng kanilang pamumuhay. Pero hindi lahat. Okay? Kina-classify po natin yan. Hindi lahat ay natatanggal yung mga gamot. Depende yan sa mga kakayanan ng mga pasyente nila na maayos ang kanilang uri ng pamumuhay. Okay? So, kapag maayos po ang inyong lifestyle, na mamaya ituturo namin sa inyo, kapag maayos ang inyong mga lifestyle, usually nakare-recover ang inyong katawan at nagagamit pa rin ng maayos ang inyong mga insulin at nagagamit din ng maayos ang inyong mga asukal.
Right. Okay. Well, that's I think that's very hopeful news, no, for some people. It's very hopeful. So, for those of us who don't have diabetes, Doc, no, I don't think we want to go through the whole process of getting diabetes and trying to recover from it. So, how do we prevent it?
Okay, so how do we prevent diabetes? Okay, so ito pong mga simple steps na to, ito rin ay maaaring gawin, no? Maaari din po itong gawin ng ating mga kaibigan, mga tagapanood na mayroon ding type 2 diabetes. diabetes. No? So ito rin ay maaari din yung gawin sapagkat ito po, nakita po sa mga pag-aaral na ito po mga nandito ay maaari ninyong gawin para matulungan na baka sakali ay ma-reverse ang inyong diabetes. Control your weight. No? So attain and maintain your healthy weight. Okay? So doon po sa inyong BMI, kinakailangan po inandun kayo sa normal range. Kasi nakita po sa mga pag-aaral na yun pong mga may diabetes, kapag ka po controlled yung kanilang weight, bumabagsak din po ang kanilang insulin. Okay? Bumabagsak din po yung kanilang tinatawag na insulin resistance. So, ayan, maraming natulungan yan sa pagbabagsak ng inyong weight or kapag papababa ng inyong weight in the right way. Okay? So, that's number one, controlling your weight. Next, bukod po dyan sa pag-control ng ating weight, kinakailangan din po natin na to sustain that weight loss, you get moving. Okay, mag-ehersisyo. No? Usually, ang nire-recommend ko is 30 minutes per day, 5 times a week of moderate intensity exercise. Diyan lang muna kayo magsimula. Kung nahihirapan kayo, you can start by doing brisk walking. Okay, yung mabilis na paglalakad na around 30 minutes per day. So ano yung ibig sabihin ng brisk walking? Kunwari, naiihi ka na, and then hinahabol mo yung CR. Tapos lumalayo sa iyo. So habol mo siya. That's brisk walking. So maaari ninyong marami kayong malalakad na mga milyahe. No? So
yes, exactly that.
And then next up is do not smoke. Tigilan niyo po yung smoking kasi po this can aggravate. Your smoking can aggravate your diabetes. Why? Tandaan po natin na maaari po maapektuhan ng ating mga nerves. Bukod dyan, maaari din po maapektuhan ng ating mga blood vessels ng diabetes. Kapag ka po nagkaroon ng ganun, ayaw na natin na magdadagdag pa tayo ng insults. And your smoking, ito pong paninigarilyo, it adds insult to injury na sa atin kapag may diabetes kayo. Naninira po yan ng ating mga nerves, naninira po lalo ng ating mga nerves and ng ating mga blood vessels. So, stop smoking. Okay?
Yes.
All right, next. Next tip is to have light to moderate alcohol consumption. So, hindi naman sinasabi na tigilan yung alcohol. Pero, ang problema kasi sa atin ay konti lang eh. Konti-konti lang. Pero, yung konti ng isang tao, minsan, madami na pala. Okay? So, kinakailangan talaga light to moderate consumption lamang ng inyong alcohol. For men, that's 2 bottles per day. And then for women, that's 1 bottle per day. Pero ang problema natin dyan, per day. Yeah.
Sorry, Doc. I think you have to clarify also. Anong bottle? Wine bottle?
Yeah, it's beer. It's beer. And then 1 drink a day for women sa wine, and then 2 drinks sa mga lalaki. Pero ang problema natin dyan, ang problema po natin kasi dyan, ay minsan, hindi ako uminom today. Bukas inom ako, i-carry over ko. Wala pong ganun. Okay? It's forfeited. Right. Nawawala po yun. But, ang kinakailangan ninyo po malaman talaga dito ay, mayroon na rin po ngayong mga pag-aaral na kahit konting alcohol lamang yung inawin, nagkakaroon din talaga kayo ng problem with diabetes. So, I suggest na, sa akin, kung hanggat maaari, wag na pong uminom ng alak. Kasi, hindi masyado nakatutulong ang mga yan sa pagkokontrol ng inyong diabetes. Okay? Kung ako tatanungin, minsan pinatitigil ko po talaga ng pag-iinom. Kasi usually nagdadahilan yung mga pasyente. So, wag na lang. And then next here is tuning up your diet. Okay? Tuning up your diet means that na kailangan, lagi nyo nakikita kanina na nagkakaroon ng sinasabi na healthy diet ang dapat natin. So, ang lagi natin i-recommend pa rin is whole foods, plant-based diet. Moving forward on our next slide, makikita nyo po dito na kinakailangan ay makontrol din natin ang ating carbohydrates intake. Specifically, yun pong ating mga simple sugars. No? So, sa slide, makikita po din yan. No? Yung ating mga simple sugars, kamukha po ng mga asukal. No? Yan, kinakailangan po kasi makontrol natin yung simple sugars. So we have to increase our intake of fiber. Makikita po ninyo dito, yan po yung mga matataas yung fiber content. This is virtually saying that you have to eat more of a whole foods plant-based diet. Okay? Yung whole foods plant-based diet po na sinasabi natin parati is that you just eat a rainbow every day. So iba't ibang kulay ng bahaghari, no? Yan po yung sinasabi natin na magagandang uri ng mga pagkain kasi matataas yung fiber at medyo low in calories yung mga yan compared to others. So mas madali silang nakabubusog sa inyo. So hindi kayo mapapakain ng madami. And then moving forward as well, makikita nyo rin po dito that you choose foods with a low glycemic index. Yung glycemic index po, yan yung sukat kung gaano na patataas ng inyong pagkain ang asukal ninyo sa dugo. So virtually the same thing. Whole foods, plant-based diet. More of plants, more of fruits, vegetables, whole grains, nuts, seeds, legumes. Iba't ibang kulay ng baghari ang ilagay po ninyo sa inyong mga plato. At isang kulay na maganda talaga are yung deep colored na mga violet and blue, lalo sa mga diabetes. Kasi these are packed with your resveratrol and your anthocyanidins. Yun pong resveratrol, nakita po sa mga pag-aaral that when we take resveratrol sa atin, nakapagpapababa po siya ng inyong insulin resistance at nakapagpapataas ng sensitivity to insulin. Gayon din, nakapagpapababa po siya ng inyong bad cholesterol at nakapagpapataas ng inyong good cholesterol. Again, nakapagpapababa ng bad cholesterol and nakapagpapataas ng good cholesterol. At isang pagkain na maganda po dyan, yung po tinatawag natin na acai berries. So yung pong mga acai, maganda po ang profile ng acai berries. Kasi this is very, very much good for your diabetics. They have high antioxidant level. Yung po sinasabi natin na mga resveratrol and anthocyanidins. They are low in glycemic index. They're high fiber. They have moderate amount or high protein. It also increases fat metabolism and have you lower your lipid levels. Isa pang note, konti na lang. Yung po kasing taba, bakit gusto natin na may metabolize ng maayos yung taba? Sapagkat nakita rin po sa mga pag-aaral na yun po mga cells. Tandaan yung mga cells kanina na hindi napapasukan ng mga asukal dahil kulang yung susi or sira yung susi or sira yung susian. Anong nangyayari? Nagkakaroon po ng tinatawag na intramucellular fat deposits. Nagkakaroon ng deposits o nagkakaroon ng mga matatabang deposits doon sa loob ng cells na yon. So, anong nangyayari? Since nagkakaroon ng fat deposits doon, ang nangyayari po doon ay nasisira po yung susian dahil doon sa inflammation na gawa ng mga taba-taba na yon. At kapag nangyayari po yun, nasisira yung susian. So, kinakailangan talaga, we have to increase the fat metabolism. We have to increase our body's metabolism of fat. We have to decrease yung fat intake po natin dahil yan po yung mas nagkakaroon ng problema dun po sa ating diabetes. So lahat talaga in moderation. Kinakailangan talaga konsultahin natin yung mga may alam kung paano nyo pa makokontrol ang inyong mga asukal pagdating sa pagkain.
Thank you, Doc. So, Doc, actually, I think, maraming kaming clients na may diabetes. That's really why they order from us, because a lot of them have also experienced that acai berries have really been helpful to their condition. And some of them have even been saying that they stopped taking their diabetes meds. No, I'm not gonna go ahead and say, okay, stop taking your diabetes meds. I think you should consult your doctors kasi no approved therapeutic claims. Pero yung viewers natin, if this is you, if you have experience in this or whatever your diabetes story is, I encourage you to share it in the comments below so that the community, the Organique family will be more informed, and then maybe we can share those comments in subsequent videos or maybe now. So Doc, right now, before we close the show, I was wondering if we can do some question and answer if we look through our comments right now. Okay, so we have here from Celia G. Tura, who also asked, Doc Dex, can bitter vegetables and fruits help a diabetic person?
Okay, so yung mga bitter fruits kasi na yan, walang direct, walang direct na nagsasabi na yes, nagaling kayo dito sa bitter fruits and vegetables. Pero as sinasabi kasi natin dyan, mayroong mga antioxidants po yan. It can help, but it is not the cure for diabetes. It may help. So, ang nangyayari, kinakailangan, tama pa rin po yung consult ninyo, you go to a dietitian, magpatulong kayo sa paggawa ng diet plan, at sundin ito. Plus, sundin nyo rin po yung mga doktor ninyo sa nagbibigay ng mga gamot sa inyo. Combining those, integrating those steps, yan po yung sagot. Yan po actually yung sagot para po mapunan natin yung tinatawag natin na missing link sa panggagamot so that we can provide the better care for our people. So kinakailangan magkasama ang pagkain at ang inyong mga medications. Kasi kinakailangan po na mayroon pong tinatawag na nutrient and drug interaction. So kinakailangan maayos kasi yan. Okay?
Okay, thanks, Doc. We have another comment here from Carrie J, who says, kanyon po talaga need hinay-hinay lalo nasa white rice. So do you have any tips, Doc, for us on how to reduce white rice and then still maintain a healthy diet?
Okay, sige. Yung white rice po kasi, these are refined, no? These are refined grains, no?
Yes.
So, ang white rice po, na mataas yung tinatawag niyang glycemic index. Mataas yung glycemic index niyan. So, kinakailangan mas mainam, no? Mas mainam talaga na we refrain from white rice. No, hindi naman sa tinatanggal natin yung white rice talaga sa diet. Pero ang recommend po natin is you go for red, brown, or black rice even. So, kasi yung mga yan, mataas yung fiber content ng mga yan. Plus, mataas din yung vitamin B content ng mga yan. Yung pagtaas ng fiber content ng brown rice, ng red rice, ng black rice, ay maganda po sa inyong mga diabetiko. Kasi mababa yung glycemic index nila compared to white rice. So, mas healthy choice. No? It's a healthier choice than your white rice.
Okay. Thank you, Doc. And I think also another advice I can offer is, I usually like to mix my white rice with brown rices and other rices if I don't like the texture of the brown rice and the red rice sometimes, no? Like if kailangan na it needs to be super soft like white rice, like for example, you're making sushi, then you can mix it. Yeah. And that will help you adjust your taste palette as well.
Yes, kasi it's an acquired taste, actually.
Exactly. But you'll get used to it. So Carrie J also asks, my mother has diabetes. Possible I have it also?
Well, we have to test you para malaman natin for sure. No? So, hindi porke yung inyong mga magulang ay diabetiko, kayo po ay diabetiko na agad. Ano? So, kinakailangan matest pa rin po natin yung mga yan para po mabigyan natin ng sagot ang inyong mga katanungan.
Right. Does it matter, Doc, if my mom has type 1 or type 2 diabetes? For me?
Yeah. It matters. No? It matters kung type 1 or type 2. Kasi kung type 1 ang inyo pong mga magulang, pwedeng mapasa sa inyo yung genes na nag-o-on tapos kayo po ay magiging diabetiko. Okay? So, depende. So, yes, it matters. Kasi maraming factors din kasi. There are modifiable and non-modifiable risk factors. And your genes are one ng non-modifiable risk factor. So kung sa inyong pamilya ay mayroon yan, maaari po na magkaroon kayo. Pero hindi sinasabi na definitely mayroon ka na. So meron pa rin pag-asa para dyan.
Okay. So Doc, we have another one here from Crizia Roldan Francisco Dagos who says, Doc, magkano po ang gamutan kapag may diabetes?
Well, depende. No, depende po. Kunyari, kayo ay naka isang gamot na available sa center. So libre 'yon. Libre yung gamot sa center. No? Pero kung hindi libre yung gamot sa center, may bayad po 'yon. So depende sa gamutan, no? Depende po sa gamutan. Pero meron naman pong libre, no? Meron pong mga libre. Plus meron din po, no? Meron din po na isang pamamaraan naman kayo na po pwedeng gawin habang nagagamot. Okay? So ito yung lifestyle change. So kinakailangan gawin niyo po ito. Libre naman po 'yan. Kasi kayo po ang mamimili ng pagkain ninyo. Kayo rin po ang mamimili ng exercise ninyo. So libre naman gumalaw-galaw, libre din naman kumain kasi kakain ka pa rin naman talaga.
Okay. Well, thank you, Doc. I think that's it for today.
Alright.
Ano ba yung takeaways or last words nyo?
Okay, so dito pa rin po tayo sa mundo po natin na ginagalawan ay mayroon pa rin po tayong pandemya ng lifestyle diseases at diabetes po ay isa dyan. So it is one of the leading causes of death worldwide, not only here in the Philippines but worldwide. So marami ang nagkakaroon ng problema dito. So hanggat maaga, pigilan na po natin. Hanggat maaga, no, yung mga bata po, sila po ay ating i-encourage na kumain ng prutas at gulay, whole grains, nuts, seeds, legumes, no? Turuan natin silang kumain ng healthier foods. Dahil kapag ka po healthier yung inyong mga kinakain, mas nagiging mainam din po ang progress ng inyong buhay. kasama po dyan ang inyong health. So let us just put back the care in healthcare. So ayun, yun lang parate. Kasi kinakailangan na we care for everyone. No? We care for the Filipino people. We care for everybody. Hindi lamang yung may mga sakit, pati sa pamilya nila. Dahil kapag isang kapamilya ninyo ay may sakit, nadadalma yan ng buong pamilya ninyo. So kinakailangan we put back the care in healthcare. All right.
Okay. Thank you, Doc, for such a very inspirational last message. And then I think it also shone a lot of light on this topic that I think most of us think we're familiar with, but there's so many things that we actually don't know yet regarding diabetes. So thank you again, Doc, and I hope to see you soon. Take care.
Yes, anytime. Take care. Ingat, Luisa.
Thank you. Ingat. So, mga viewers natin, what did you think of today's show? Please comment below on what you thought. And then if you want to make any adjustments, such as suggestions for the following weeks, I highly encourage you to do that. So I think takeaway ko is that diabetes and all the other leading causes of death in the world are really lifestyle-related diseases, no? Which is actually, as Doc was saying, it's actually very hopeful because we have power over our lifestyle. Unlike genetic factors, there is something we can do about that, and we just have to be careful. Take care, be more conscious of ourselves, and then as well as others, especially if we're parents or caretakers, put back the care and healthcare because we don't want to see children of young ages with type 2 diabetes because their parents weren't feeding them right? So that being said, I just wanted to conclude by saying that for our clients who have already tried Organique premium blend and have loved it for their diabetes, we'd like to invite you to become one of our official resellers on our Olani platform. Now, Olani is our official reseller for Organique products as well as a few other brands. You can check them out here on Facebook at OlaniPH. So with Olani, you'll be able to share the health and spread the wealth. So definitely be making your income while at the same time being able to care for your loved ones. Now, I also wanted to announce the winners of the game. I already was seeing a lot of comments. Ang daming comments. Lots of people want to join the snack line contest. And I'm so happy to hear that. So our winners for this week are, drum roll. Okay, so we have Moises Sarmiento, Soledad Jarin or Harin, sorry if I mispronounced that, Andrea Toralio, Nair Mendoza, and Jovi Saspa. Congrats to all our winners. We're going to be contacting you as to your prizes so that so please look forward to a message from us soon. And then I just wanted to say one thing. So I noticed Andrea, I actually saw her in the comments. She was saying that she was hoping to win because she's a mom of 2 and maybe you wanted to let your kids try. So I hope they do enjoy it. And actually, if there's something that you like about the product or something you don't like, also feel free to give us feedback and to repost our products. We'd love to be able to share what you think about it online. So that concludes our Wellness Wednesday for this week. I hope that mga viewers natin, you were able to take away a lot of good learnings from this and share them with your family and friends as well, especially yung mga diabetic loved ones natin. All right, so thank you. Take care.
Wellness Wednesdays with Organique. We care because you matter.